Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's going on, good people? What is going on, good people? Is everybody okay? It's Friday. Good gracious. Oh, my goodness. I still got some work to do. Oh, man. Don't you hate that when you remember something that you're supposed to do at work and you didn't do it yet? Oh, well. We'll do it later. Like I always do. About this time. Look who we got here.
Hey, guys.
Is that China up in there?
Yes, it is.
Ain't no sweater. You got a jacket on?
Yes.
In your city.
It's kind of cool today.
Huh?
It's cool here today.
It was cool?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. How you doing? Everything
I'm
else?
doing good.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, everybody, it is roll call, so let's get it in. My friends, we're going to start out with Beth in the house. What's up, Beth? How you doing? My main man, Charles, in the house. How you feel, champ? Yes, that I know that name is Hawaiian. I know it is. Just say it is so I can stop saying it. My man, Willpower. What's up, champ? How you feel, champ? Karen, I see you in there. Karen got her wrench. She ready to do some moderating this evening. Yes, indeed. Kimberly Ortiz came through. Kimberly. What's up, Honeybee Lee? Honeybee Lee, Kimberly. All these leaves up in here. What's going on, good people? It's Friday night, man. Yes. Andrea Davis. What's up, Andrea? How you feeling? You feeling all right? Feel good. I feel good. I said I feel good. If nothing was wrong, I don't know you. Yes, yes, yes. Woo. What's going on, family? Andrea Davis. What's good? Facts 100. Danita Joe in the building. How you feeling, Danita? What's up, Beth? How you doing, Beth? A little Beth. Yes. Just like Candy came through. See you? Is that you, Tehran? Tehran. What's up, Tracy? Tracy T. Jenkins. Royal Minds in the house came through. Keisha's baby in the field. What's up, Laura White? How you feeling tonight? Laura? Country girl with grit. Come on in. Come on in. Come on back to talk to the bird. How y'all feeling? And listen to G. I see you. I see you. What's up, Felicia? Whoo! Charles Harden came through. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chitto. What's up, Janus? Hey, say hey to somebody. Elaine B. What's up, Elaine B? That's a two-step. That's what we call it in DC, a two-step. Tonight. That was my two-step. That was a good impression of the two-step. I just don't see my feet work. One day we'll graduate to that. One day we'll graduate to the two-step where my feet work. You know, got my toe fungus under control. Some even showing feet and everything. Whoo, boy, oh boy. Is that TMI? Is that TMI? I think it's TMI when you don't have the fungus under control. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. Stop.
Oh my God.
Cool, man. I had some serious hammer time going on. Oh my gosh, man. I'm saying my feet were so bad. You supposed to say, how bad are they? Were they? Man, my feet was so bad. Oh my goodness. It looked like I got my toenails polished.
What?
That's how bad. Ooh, man. I think I had 4 black toenails.
What?
The black
Oh my.
black one mean the fungus done set all the way through there. Yeah, they nice and pink now though. They nice and the color they supposed to. I had to go to the doctor on them jokes. Like, hey doc, man, do something about these feet, man. I went to the beach. It's like I went to the beach one time. I remember going to the beach and getting in the elevator. And I was at the hotel, and I'm getting in the elevator and people getting in the elevator with me. I was like, oh, snap. Like, whoa. Don't please, no one look at these dinosaur hooves down here. Oh my, I mean, they were horrendous. I feel so bad. I wear those beach socks. the beach socks, the little shoes, the swim shoes you wear at the beach. That's what I go to the beach in. I ain't showing these jokes here. But now, this summer, let it be known that my feet will be in the sand. No beach socks.
Keisha says she needs the link.
Again.
Of course. After so many people, it just disappears. You can't get to it.
I know. Keisha, look, it's just like, Keisha remind me of me going to work so many years. Like, if I wasn't late, I was going to be there, but I was going to be late. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, That's just me. What's up, Bonnie? What's going on? Raylene up in here. Raylene Joe Green. Yes, y'all. I just put it in there, Keish. Get on there. Come on up in here. We said we was going to do some reactions tonight. And but you said you would send me the video, China. You ain't never sent the video.
I sent it to you on TikTok.
You sent it on TikTok?
Yeah, you responded to me.
Oh, but you know what? Now, see, this is the thing, y'all. When you're dealing with somebody like China, now I don't even, when China texts me, she got to say who it is, she got to show out and all that, because China got a new number every month, Yeah, and a new TikTok account. So I just be like, okay, which account is it?
You got to throw the opposition off.
Yes.
I see you an expert. How y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all like? Hold on. First of all, how you doing tonight, Keisha? How's today?
I was laughing about the toes, okay? Because I used to do wound care, and I was that one that had to deal with the fungus toes when the toenail is coming out. So I had to hurry up and figure out how to do a procedure because I got through into it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video real quick in the hallway and go back in. And so I had to remove the toenail with the scalpel. So I'm like all professional. I'm like, got my stuff on. We gotta do this thing and trying to act confident. And I'm like, I'm just gonna shave it out with the scalpel and do all that. Man, that toenail went in the air, flip, flip, flip. Whoop.
Yeah, you did not want mine to do that. What's up, Kylie?
That transformed me. I was like, your toes should never have gotten this bad.
I'm gonna show you.
That feels
so bad. My feet are so bad. I'm gonna actually show y'all a picture of this, and y'all will be like, I'm gonna before I do it, I'm gonna make sure that my doctor, make sure I get set up with him. Because he's gonna break me off. Because when y'all see what my feet look like now, y'all be like, nah, he lying. That's Photoshop right there. That's Photoshop. Goodness, man, my feet were so, I don't know. They were so bad. I don't know how bad they were. That's how bad.
Just make sure we can do a reaction video to it.
Listen, $1 called me out one time. Put a picture of my feet. He's like, whoa. He's like, don't call them feet, bro. Whoa. I was like, don't tell nobody. Man, please don't tell nobody. Please don't say nothing. And I shout out, Barnes.
Everybody should have some Terra Seal or something.
No. I had to go to the doctor and take care of that. Went to the doctor. The doctor was, I pulled my shoe off. The doctor was like, dang! Like, whoa, bro. Hold up. Don't pull your sock off that fast next time. Whoa, champ. Like, you really walk around with feet like that, bro? Say, man, I got something gonna clear it right up, though, man. You be all right. Wasn't lying. He was not lying, man. Feet looking like, woo. Yeah. Got him looking like I can show like it. And it's not like I got pretty feet anyway, because I do not. You know what I'm saying? That's not you know. Anyway, tonight, if perpetrating a fraud was a person.
Oh my gosh.
If perpetrating a fraud was a person. Whoo, good God. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we starting off at this evening. Okay? Perpetrating a fraud. And everybody in the chat, everybody who has been with knows something about a narc. Who is that? You got a dog?
Keisha.
I was moving the cord. I was trying to find this cord thing.
Yo, it sounded like a dog was in the background.
It was the wires moving.
Like, you got a serious sensitive mic over there.
She looked at me like, is that what we doing snitching now?
Yes. Keisha over there making all that noise.
Trying to get the lights. This tech stuff is wires everywhere. I was trying to hurry up and eat my potato skins.
That's how it happens. That's how it works, y'all. So tonight we're gonna talk about. we're gonna start off with the fraud that was committed and how the fraud was committed. You dig? Because fraud was committed. Some of y'all, fraud is still being committed to some of us. Some of us still sitting there, you know. I don't know. I'm tired of dealing. Y'all remember these conversations you had with yourself? I'm tired of this. This it. How many times did I say, if I had a penny for every time I said, man, this is it, I'm done. If I had 1 penny for every time I said I'm done, oh man, and done why? Done because, guys, you with somebody, man, to say they ain't no good really don't describe them fully or correctly. To just say they ain't no good, you really have to introduce, if you still with that petty fraud, you have to introduce them as such. Hey, how y'all doing? This is fraud right here. This is so and so, because to introduce them by a name, you a lie. That is not Shaniqua, okay? That is fraud over there.
Yeah.
Man, that's not Junebug. That is fraud right there. Okay? Because when you don't introduce them as that, And then when they commit fraud, which you ain't with a narc if they haven't committed fraud.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Narc and fraud are one and the same. They go hand in hand. So now you in a position where you trying to explain to people what happened. Y'all look so happy. Everything seems so cool. I thought this one was a, and then and you remember when we were supposed to get together and we was going, and all you end up doing is committing fraud with the fraud. Because now you feeling some type of way. Now you got to help hide this fraud. Now you got to help hide. You got to pretend. When you see people, when you're around people, now you have to pretend we happy. Let's come on. Let's fake we happy. Come on, we ain't sure everybody. Come on now, go ahead with that.
You gotta pretend they ain't Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. That's what you gotta pretend. Like, as soon as they start talking, everybody looking at you like, you okay?
and they know you're not okay. People come around your energy and they see something wrong. They see something wrong. They know what's going on and they just ain't gonna say nothing. It's like, they just going through a little something. Everybody go through it. No, they don't. See, those are lies that we've been told and make us believe that that's normal. No, it's not, y'all. No, it's not. It's not normal for you to be with the person that you see. You see how I got to go through a whole explanation about what you call them? Because you can't call them the same thing that you call an actual spouse. You can't do that because that's not what it is. So, that's not normal. That's not a normal thing to be with somebody and y'all always at each other. And you don't ever come to a place where we break this down like, ho, let's sit down. Because see, every disagreement, you're going to have disagreements. Yes.
Yeah.
That's human nature. Okay. But see, narcs hear that and they're going to take that to the 10th power. Oh, that's normal. We supposed to be fighting and arguing and shooting at each other and stabbing each other and busting you in your eyes. And you got supposed to be in the hospital and we be in the courthouse and the police be over here with the sirens all the time. That's normal. That's everyday stuff for normal people. See, that's what narcs want us to think. That stuff is not normal, people. When somebody, I want y'all to see this. When somebody has to come to your house and that person has a license and a weapon that they can use to unalive somebody if necessary. If that much force is needed at your house, ladies and gentlemen, your situation is over right there.
Yeah.
It's over right there. Now, good God. Good God. I feel ashamed. Good Lord. Where was I when I was going through all this? Because, the first time they did that, the first time you went through that, your entanglement was over. I know how it feels to want the relationship to work, and you want to forgive the person. You don't want to seem petty or like you just you overzealous and you can't get back on track. But ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, when the police have to come to your house, when you have to go to court because of the person that you live with has said, you and I will not resolve this issue. It will take a third party, because you and I cannot resolve this. It takes a third party with a gun. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call somebody over here who has a gun that can shoot you if necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. if you're in a situation where that third party has to be involved in your home, your entanglement is over at that very moment. That's it. Don't try to fake it. I mean, don't try to save it and okay, well, we just need to go to counseling, or we need to go to see the pastor, and or we need to do this, or we need to do that, and Karen said 75 times in a few months. Listen,
Yeah.
75 times in a few months. Oh, I don't even know, man. I might have beat that one time. I might have beat 75 times one time. 1 year. I know 1 year. Good God, definitely beat 75 times.
That's crazy.
So, and I'm saying this because I'm the prime example in this. Of if not listening to your inner voice was a person, that's me right there. Not listening to what God is showing me, not just telling me, showing me. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's how rebellious I was. That's how much I refused. I absolutely refused to listen to or agree with logic. I would say it, I would speak logic, but I wasn't going to do it. No, we're going to work this out. We're going to figure out how to work this out. And listen, she didn't participate in none of that. I'm going to figure out how we're going to work this out. She did, man, she was laughing.
But you know what, too?
Making up that fake, phony, fictitious lie to myself every single day. And the reason I'm saying that way is because I know that everybody does it. We will convince ourselves that, well, sometimes people get upset, sometimes this, sometimes that, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to be over with so we can just get along. Let's just get along. Let's just get to the next phase of this.
But you know what? The biggest lie we tell ourselves is that we need that person. Even when the police come, these people do everything within their power to try to have us arrested. They will say and do anything to try to have us locked up. And even when it end up being them behind bars getting arrested for that night, we feel sorry for them, knowing that what they did to us was not warranted. That you don't do that to nobody, no matter what they do, whether it's put their hands on you, lied on you, whatever the situation is. These people are the biggest frauds because they are some low self-esteem having cowards who come into your life and try to tear you down so that you can be on their level, because that's what was done to them. So they're going to do to you the same thing that somebody done to them. And if they can't tear you down that way, they will find your weakness and use that to make you inferior to it.
Good God.
Pretty much like a cult. Like I'm doing a lot of studies now on like cult recovery and trauma, and especially like it's multiple different cults, but the narcissistic family cult is like it's considered a closed system cult. And what they do is they come in. The whole goal is to manipulate you and get you into that cognitive, that splitting, double mind, split the opinion of what they are. So they come in and not just split the opinion of who they are, but who you are. Like, you're just such a great person. You're wonderful. You're a great mom. You're a good mom. You're a good wife and all that stuff. And I'm just like, so glad to have you. Then they're like, look, what kind of husband do this for you? What kind of husband do that for you? So you'll see this good. But then they'll start changing the gears and shifting things. And it's like, why would you talk to them like that? You're a passive person and all of that stuff. So what it does, the more that it shifts, that it gets you to start wanting to behave and be that good person. It causes you to have obedience and dependency. But this is all at more of a subconscious level. So now you're kind of getting into an automatic. And it's something called thought reform, where they actually can manipulate and get and change your complete way of thinking. That's the Lululand. So you're making up fantasy based on you have a core belief of who you are. Everybody have a core belief, like I'm a good person, I'm a decent person, I'm a good wife. So when that's the core belief, although this narcissist, first they told you that, so they agreed with it, then they did opposite. So now you have to prove, like, wait a minute, it have to be me, because if I'm a good person and they're telling me this, they was honest before, your brain starts to go to a whole different field. You on a demonic field, because now the demons start taking over and they just start telling you all kind of stuff. But that's what they do, and this is literally a cult.
You know what though, Keish? I like what you just said there about how being around a narc, the object of the game, y'all. Guys, I'm telling y'all, man, we're getting so close, so close. We are getting closer every day as we dive deeper and deeper into this thought process. And what I'm getting at is something that I've been on, and y'all know that I've been on this, is the Adam and Eve. I've been on that real hard. But I'm on it for a reason. I'm on it for a reason because something that I realize is once you start to have an obsession with something, you study it, and it takes you into the mindset of what was really going on. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you have telepathy. And I'm looking at that situation, how, the way the story was told to us was a serpent, which we know is a person, talked to Eve, and Eve said, Adam, you gonna do this or what? It wasn't like Eve threatened Adam. My thought is that whatever Eve was taught, Adam took that same mindset and that same spirit, the same spirit that the narc tries to give to us. When they do something negative, they want you to match that negative because they're trying to turn you in to them. They know who you are, but if I can trick you into being like me. So Adam said, oh, you went over there talking to them jokers over there on the corner, huh? Oh yeah, y'all was doing X, Y, and Z. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go over there on the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there too. Nah, you ain't the only one that can do that. And then both of y'all. And that's what guys, once this devil can disconnect you from God, and you don't even see it. Adam ain't even see it. He thinking, I'm outdoing her. I'm gonna outdo Eve. I'm gonna outdo her. She ain't about to outdo me. And you don't miss the whole situation. The object was the devil to get both of y'all out of that relationship with God. And he tricked both of you.
Yeah.
And that's what we dealing with right here. When a narc is doing, and that's all they gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, you and the narcissist ain't never had a situation where y'all was outdoing each other good for good. Nobody in his story is that. No one in here has that story. That we would, I would do something nice for the narc, and then they came back and they would do this for me, and then we was going back and forth for years. No, you do something nice for them, and they like, yeah, thank you, I'm so appreciative, blah blah blah, and then they find a way to trash it, and then find a way to down you to show you don't deserve something from them, because
this is the thing. This is the thing, like with Adam and Eve, and even going there, Adam was not deceived. Adam was seduced. Eve was deceived. It say in the Bible, it's like, that's why the man is over the woman, because it say the woman was deceived. And Satan gonna always go for the woman. He's always gonna do the whispering, because there's a nurturing component, and there's an in tune, like, to the spirit realm in a nurturing way. So he work on emotions with that. And so women have these emotions because they do the channel rearing, but that is the woman's weakness, is knowledge and power. That's it. Satan, no, that's the go-to. The reason why Adam fell, Adam was made in the image of God, and he loved Eve. Like it's a love that humans can't understand really, because it's a God love and it's a pure love. But God would do anything for humans, just like Eve would have did. Adam would have did anything for Eve. He just had that mindset how God was. So
But
Eve just seduced them like, hey, you should do this to make you powerful. And that's like to please him, to please Eve. But men still do.
was it really to please Eve? Because if that was to please Eve, that means Eve was wicked. That means she was of the devil. If you're trying to pull him away from God into this, that means that's your father over there. And this is my point behind what I'm saying. Even if that's the case, Adam first had a commitment to God, not to Eve.
Yeah. That's why the whole world gotta die.
So that's my point. That's my point. So the point I'm making is that if your commitment is to God and somebody comes in the situation and confuses it, you get confused about your relationship with God. Look at our children today.
Mm-hmm.
You guys may not remember, I do, when they took God out of schools. When they took prayer out of schools. That was the separation of prayer and school. And once they took prayer out of school, good God Almighty, have y'all been in a school lately?
It's the men too, like they set it up to take the man out of the household. That's the priesthood.
And that's where I was going next. Once you take God out, the man is next.
Yeah.
Because once you get the man out, you do not have a home there. This devil going right for the children after that. He going right because now we're looking and dealing with a system in a situation where this devil ain't even, they telling us flat out to our face what they doing next. This is what we're gonna do next. This is what's gonna happen with your children. This is how it's gonna happen. Do y'all even understand now that the birth rate is so low amongst everybody? Now it ain't just one particular race no more. The birth rate is so low amongst all people that we might miss 2 generations. So when you trying to rewrite history, you know Disney and Google just bought the rights to the Bible, just like somebody else did, and switching it up and changing it, do the switch up, change up, just like they want to. Because when they buy the rights to it, they can do that. They can edit it, and they will. In 2 generations. Can you even imagine what this devil already got it planned out and not even hiding it no more? Like, well, this is what I'm gonna do. And y'all watching me do it. And nobody can say or do anything under the disguise of a word called government. That's the government doing it. That's the government. It's not. Those are people doing this.
But you know what? There's no excuse. We can teach our kids no matter what they take out of the schools. Just like even if they take our history out of the schools, what we're going to do? Teach our kids. It doesn't stop at school. Every learning begins at home. School is just a supplement of what the kids learn at home. So it's not the schools that's failing your kids, it's you. And also, I wanted to say something about that Adam and Eve situation. I think that we all are addicted to inconsistency. And that's what the devil created in Adam and Eve. He showed them that it was inconsistent what God was saying, that there was more to offer and more for them to find out. And that's what the narcissists do to us. They create inconsistency. And what do? We chase them. We chase it for that consistency. And that's how he was able to get her. And that's how the world functioned today. Because now we have this push-pull between genders and races and everything. And to hear that the Pope was racist is just appalling to me, because you embrace gays, but you didn't want Africans kissing your hand, and then they were mistreated when they came to your funeral. I did not know that until I saw that on TV. And this world is out of control. It's a lot of racism. It's a lot of men against women. It's a lot of black men against black women. It's just insane out there. It's a lot of chaos.
It's
And
What they want right there.
total chaos out here right now.
Yep.
It ain't kind of.
Because they have a system. There's a summit happening this year in July. Like it's an invite, and there's a summit, and this summit is talking about incorporating all of that artificial intelligence, getting the biosensors, the biodata, all of this stuff connected with the AI, and how they're going to implement and roll this out. Probably by this year, because AI is in charge of everything. They want everybody divided because their plan is to just eradicate. Like we already at the end of this. So what believers should be doing is praying and fighting against this beast in the spirit, because this thing that came out the water. Like that's where we at. The Pope definitely is Satanist. He's like a son of Satan. Like they are on that. They DNA is like Satan's DNA. They are just very wicked and evil, and really say they worship Lucifer. The telescope is called Lucifer. So they're going to do everything that he does, which is hate. And the narcissist is really, their brains are similar on that same DNA type of level. Like they are, when they say that they are whatever human they are, whatever, that's a fraud. You know, they're sitting up here portraying as these co-workers or these siblings or family members or relationship partners, but all of it is a fraud, because they have dedicated themselves to the kingdom of darkness in word or deed. But there's so many contracts involved with them that we so late in the game trying to rescue and keep them connected in some way, it's gonna take you under. And that's where we at, because it's so much wickedness. Even the movies get you to participate. You got the Wicked movie, the Sinners movie. There's a movie called Him coming out. All of it is high level occultic activity, to where just being in a dark room watching it make your brain actively participate. Like this, they know exactly what they do. They say this is a spell binding movie, or this movie is spellbound. That means that there's spells in it that's gonna bind you to something. After you watch it, they tell you right there, like he just telling everybody, hey, I'm Satan, I'm here. This is all me.
And you know what, Keish? That's you hit that right on the head, because you're right. It's over. A lot of people sitting there waiting for the ending. You missed it. They already missed it. Right now, these people are just trying to convince us that everything is still working fine. There aren't any issues. I watch different things, and I look at their God, which is money. That is their God. Their God is not who it used to be. You look at any of the finance, the country is in. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, we always going through something, but that's just to
get. You can't even get bananas. You seen the time, if people are not out of bananas, you can't even get bananas. Like without them being a rotten bananas or however, those like
true.
You know, that was like 88-cent things. Like it's just it's so much scarcity, because we're at that time.
But the thing is like you said, that beast is out of the water now.
Out the water.
It is out of the water now. Listen, y'all. If you join the war of men against women, women against men, the right against the left, the black against the white, if you join the war, that's where the reward is. Anybody willing to just say, "Oh man, these women ain't about nothing, especially these black women, they ain't about nothing. They this, they that." You get on there, you get on this mic and say that, and they got a check for you next month. They got a mass following waiting on you to embrace all of that, hating on each other, as long as you don't talk about a solution. As long as what you talking about on this mic doesn't lead anybody to a solution, man, they don't care what you, they cheering you on every single day. That's why you see certain podcasts, man, they huge because they'll get on there and say anything about the other person. And I'm saying this, y'all. We just gonna keep it real with each other just because that's the relationship. We listen to those talking points, and I listen to the stuff that men say about women, and a lot of it I agree with. The same way y'all listen to some of that stuff that the women say about the men, and y'all agree with that stuff, some of it anyway. But at the end of the day, we understand that, okay, it's not a concrete, situation where all of these women are a certain way. No, that means we putting every woman in the planet like that. No, there is something going on that we're not looking at.
Nobody listening to God. That's the problem. Because he literally said, don't mess with strange women. Anytime the Israelites fail, it's because he said, I told you, don't mess with them women. Don't breed. If you mess with them, you're going to turn to their gods. Same thing. You mess with Beyonce type women, you're going to be in Beyonce type gods. That's just how it works. Adam did with Eve, and next thing you know, he out, enslaved to the serpent because that became her god. This is how it works in the spirit realm, and it's since the days of old, the first fall. Satan know how to do this because he was in the garden. He know what God say. If you read Nehemiah, the people that was mating and stuff, God was like, the kids, none of them can come because it wasn't no salvation, and he knew the demons that attaches to that. That's it. Because when a woman is like Beyonce, you got a marine kingdom inside that person. That now you're dealing with spirit spouses, Jezebel, the queen of the coast, the whole headquarters, sirens, the ones that can sing, they give them a shape. They do all of that. All of that is of them because once they get the person, they get the soul. So he said, don't do that. And because that didn't happen, generations later, because this been going on, generations later, when they broke up the marriage, you got 1960s, the Great Rebellion. Generations later, this is the fallout. This is what Satan was waiting for because they know it take about 500 years to completely erase a history, but it take 3 to 4 generations to make a change to where that generation won't know God. And that's happened in the Bible many times, even in Egypt with Joseph. And then he came here and they said this was a people, they didn't remember Joseph, this generation. So they started turning to idols because they didn't remember Joseph and his gods. The other ones didn't remember Moses and his God. So they start turning to the gods of the Egyptians and the gods of the pagans. Same thing happening. People just have to reorient themselves to the word of the living God while they still can. Probably get a Hebrew scripture book, the Hallelujah scriptures or something, because they are rewording King James and New King James and all of that. Mm-hmm. But you got to get it in your heart because they're going to get rid of the Bible completely. This Palatine company, the Palatine is taking over everything. Palantir is taking over everything. They going to have the surveillance. Every time they interview that guy, he always say the Christians gonna be this resistance. The Christians that we got all the groups and all of this. Our only concern is, the Christians, they kind of have their own. So we know we're gonna be targeted. And the Bible said we be prepared. So we prepared. You see the robo dogs, get some paint.
It says be prepared, but I want you to notice it never tells you how to be prepared. It never tells you exactly what you have to do. You just have to know, man, I got to stick with God. Anytime I step away from God, that's when they're going to get me right there. Every time I just get over here, well, I just want to do my thing over here. I don't care what room you walking into, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I heard? I'm going to tell y'all where I heard this dude. This guy say this at. It was Bishop Don Magic Wand.
Oh, Lord.
He kept saying this. He said, look here, No matter what room I go into, I'm walking in with God. Now, whether he really, whatever God he prayed to, that's his God. I don't know. I just like the statement.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. He said, man, no matter what room you walk into, you better walk in there with God. And he was right. Because when you walk in there without God, man, you're coming out of that room, and who knows what you're going to have when you come out of there.
Yeah.
We live in a wicked society. Man, I try to be, my mind is set up to be optimistic every day, just like the rest of us. We look at optimism every single day, even though we're bombarded daily, hourly, with distractions, with confusion, with low vibrations, with negativity, with injustice. We are bombarded with everything, and what that's telling me is that we are a special kind of people because we're going through this for a reason. There's a big reason that we're going through this. And when you show, and we all are showing that we are making it through this, and we making it through this for a reason. This ain't just a haphazard situation. We making it through this for a reason.
You like
you know what? I can't believe you said that. You believe you listened to that man about every room he walked in. That man walked in every room with 304s.
I didn't say the man, okay? I just said the statement. Let me say this. Let me change that back because one of the best books to help you understand narcissism, man, Iceberg Slim, who was a pimp. Not just narcissism on a male and female level, but narcissism on a global level.
Yeah.
Book, literally, I'm telling you, when you look at how he gives the mindset, he gives you the sight of the mindset of the devil and how the devil strategizes and how the devil says, I need to use you, and this is how I'm gonna trick you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can learn from everybody.
That's true.
Absolutely.
But you know what? You said there is no solution. It is a solution to arm yourself with the word of God. That's the solution to everything because there's no confusion in it. The Bible has an answer for everything. All the choices, the bad choices we make in life, we do it because that's what we do. The Bible has an answer. It teaches us how to make choices, but we choose those choices because it's for temporary gratification. We all sin for that temporary gratification. When we can just run to God, we can run to the word to solve these solutions. But sometimes we give up on God because I've been there. Like I said, when I lost my daughter, I turned from God. I didn't want to hear anything the Bible had to say, anybody had to say about God or anything, because I felt like he failed me at that point. But I eventually found my way back to him because one thing I kept in my head growing up is never cuss God, and that I would not do. I might turn away, I might not want to listen, but that's one thing I could never do was fix my mouth to cuss God because I knew who he was. I wasn't trying to hear it at that point because I was hurting. And that's what the world is hurting right now. I feel like we are in the days of Noah, but God is not going to flood the earth and take, one clean animal and one, human and family. He said he was not going to do that anymore. But like I said before, I think this is the time when he should do it because this world is so filled with sin, so filled with famine. Everybody is so corrupt. We're just having a sin fest right now.
It's just about to be a new earth and a new heaven, new earth. That's how it go down. Like
I want y'all, while it's on the tip of my tongue, I want to tell everybody about inflation. How much of a fraud inflation is. I want y'all to take one close look at one thing, everybody. Everything you purchase with money, everything you purchase with money is free.
Mhm.
How in the hell did that tree that you chopped down to make whatever you made, or that free cow that you chewed taking his leather skin, or that chicken that's free, how is it more expensive? How? It's free.
Night Templars.
The metals you getting if you stealing it from the planet. It's free. You ain't nobody paying for nothing that we paying for out here. But yet, every year, this lying devil tell us inflation just went up, just shot up some more. Inflation just shot up. Inflation shot up on what?
And they want to induce fear. Everything is fear.
It costs more to build houses now, but they ain't paying the workers more. They ain't paying nobody more. Where is it costing more? The material you use is free. It came from the planet.
But you know what though, Harry-O? All of this is fake. Inflation is a fraud. Because if you, like I say, you go to the Bible, they know we don't know how to budget. You can get through this inflation if you fast, if you live a healthy lifestyle. You can afford the groceries, but we choosing not to. And that's why we can't afford the groceries. What's wrong with fasting? What's wrong with fasting for the Lord? I mean, you can go without food. You can drink water. You can fast. People just don't want to do that because we are greedy. We want what we want.
China. The grocery store, they're not paying their employees more money.
They're firing them.
Food on the grocery store come from a plant. It's free.
If people don't really prepare themselves for the beast system, they will be caught off guard. The only thing you can do is ground yourself in God, because this war, great trib, I literally made a song about it, like 2021. I literally said great. I put in a rap and everything, man. Great trib. It was happy that I said the demonic particles, the artifacts. I literally put it all out there with the videos, the articles, everything. Once they started manipulating DNA, human DNA, and once you start changing God's creation to a different creation, to the image of Satan, God always has a problem with that. He had a problem with that with the flood. He had a problem with that when they start trying to do it again.
Hold up. Before we give Satan any credit for creating anything,
he manipulates the creation.
Created anything. He is only taking what God created and crossbreeded it. That's it. He didn't create anything.
He's taking what God created and corrupting it. That's what he's doing.
He's corrupting, but he's making it into his image, and that's just the Bible. That's what he's doing in the Bible. So when you go to there, that's what it said he's going to do at this time, and that's what he did in Noah's day. That's what he did, and with the permission of his human vessels, because he had to use a human body to do all of this stuff on earth, and he got them. He got his crew and his children, and then he did it. He was doing it again. God was doing a lot of different resets. He even froze it, like, stay away from this stuff. But they keep doing it, and now once the humans are involved, if he don't come back, nobody will be saved. The way this technology works, that will be it, because this nano stuff they get in the brain, you can't even see it. But if he don't come quick, and if he don't, get rid of all this stuff, no flesh will be saved. It literally said.
And listen, Keith. Let me say this. Another thing, before I forget it. I saw somebody talking about this on a video the other day, that before, I think it was either 2003 or 2007, there was no such thing as inflammation. We never talked about being inflamed. before that. And now everybody got inflammation.
They got black goo in them. That's what inflames them. It's literally that stuff.
You know what? I caught an Uber yesterday, and this man, he had like a metal piece like on his head, and I was looking on his head to see if, I swear, if he had surgery or anything, and I'm looking like, why does he have like this metal looking piece on his head? You could tell it was embedded in his skin, but it wasn't from surgery. I don't know where I was weirded out. I couldn't wait to get out of that.
This is the Neuralink, because they be doing that stuff. A lot of the people getting this Neuralink stuff. It's just some crazy stuff, and it's just getting worse. But I mean, God really protect everybody.
I don't know what city y'all in, but my city, I feel it in the air.
Yes, you're right. You in a Pentagon there?
I feel it when you just out talking to people, and even just talking to like my co-workers and stuff. Man, everybody can feel it. And like one thing that for some reason, I don't know why this is on me like this, but I said, man, it's going to be a bad summer. It's going to really be bad this summer because it's going to be a lot of violence. They just shut down the Six Flags out here. This in Maryland.
Wow.
They just shut it down, man. They had it open like I think last week, and them fools got out there and acted a fool on a whole nother level. It was, and it's insane because I know that kids are going to be kids, and sometimes they just having fun, but these kids are not having fun. These kids are going out and they want some other kids to not be alive after they just went to the amusement park. The mindset of the people out here right now is wicked. I mean, this devil has made himself known. He has made it clear of where he stands, and he is standing as strong as he can for the people who won't be with him. And as you can see, there are people that are with him. And see, and I'm saying, just like when we had these conversations, it's like you got to tap into what was the mindset. Because I don't know about y'all, but I always thought like, wow, what did the devil say to the other angels that made them roll with Satan against God? What did he say?
There wasn't nothing he could say.
Dealing with right here. You look at what we're dealing with right here. And we can see that what he's saying was, with one of the things, what it looks like to me is that he said, hey, man, I'm going to get you this chain. You're going to have this jewelry. You're going to have a nice chariot. You're going to live in a nice house. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. If you do this. Yeah.
But you've heard of addressing the elephant in the room. He didn't do nothing but address what they were already thinking. He just had the balls to do it, to step forward and to say it, and they went along with it. It wasn't nothing that he really had to say. All he had to do was touch on what they were already thinking, and they went along with it, because there's no way I would have ever went against God like that. I don't care who I am. Like I said, I'm human, and I couldn't even find myself cussing God, even given the pain that I was in. I just couldn't do it because I know who he is. Even though I do what I do, I know who he is, and I would never cross that line ever, because there's no coming back from that.
Well, I think that right now, as we get deeper into exposing, or the exposure of what we're dealing with out here right now becomes more and more open, I feel like it's being revealed to, I'm saying, all people who are thinking in that direction. It's being more information is being revealed to us as needed.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it have to be like that, because this is like a cult deprogramming. America is built on a system of a cult. You know, we're conditioned to go to school. We're conditioned to do all these different things. Satan's areas of domain is arts, entertainment, religious organization systems. He got the media system. He got he got other than a financial, let me see, I was putting it in chat. Okay, arts, entertainment, religious, the business systems, education system. These are his mountains. Like it's 7 main mountains in the occult. These are areas that he has domain and control over. And when he's doing his bidding, all of this has been conditioned for America since 1776, but also with the New Deal. They know exactly when they're trying to usher in the Antichrist. However, they
Yes.
don't know everything, even though they're going in the future doing all that stuff. That's why they're trying to see what do the Christians know, trying to put little things out there because they don't know. Nobody knows the time or hour. God's trying to save everybody before them bows of wrath happen. But they are going to happen soon because what they're trying to do, they want to put biosensors in people, smart cities, data systems, the smart the cars. They want everybody in all of this tech. They say 2030, but they always about 3 years, so it's about to be 2027 really, because they want to blindside people, but they want to do all of this stuff, and they want people to be completely zombies, mind control on the energy source, feeding the demonic kingdom. The demonic kingdom wants to like reign on the earth and have all of that darkness crap up here. So that's the battle. We like the Rough Riders. Everybody that came out of narcissism, you dealing with black goo in a human body firsthand. So you know how to recognize evil. Not everybody know how to recognize evil. There's a lot of people in these cult religious systems that they sitting up there with the whole snake in the pulpit doing everything that the snake tell them to do. They don't discern it. But once you've been with evil in close contact and been rescued out, one thing, if you don't know anything else, discernment. This is evil. I can recognize that spirit. I'm dealing with a slickster, a fraud. I see that. And you won't go into the mind control. You will seek God for real in your closet or however you got to seek him. But that's that conditioning of the systems, the religious system that's based off the whole Catholicism system, even though they call it Lutheran, Protestant, then it turned into Baptist and a non-denominational, it turned into all of that. If somebody in a pulpit and everybody gravitating towards what one person say, and that one person's decision is dictating your emotions, your will, your decisions in your home, and all of that stuff, you are being indoctrinated into a system, and you start to gravitate and get a little bit off with right intentions. But a lot of people ended up with covert narcissists with good intentions, still want to do right, but that snake is very cunning. Satan is very slick.
Because
Freaking handle him. He's very slick, but God be protecting us. But he's a slickster. He sing, he flashy, he come. What he does is he use flattery. That's part of their occult teachings, that psychological manipulation, flattery, and then get you to participate, like just a friend. Like you get so close and enmesh, you don't want to betray the devil. That's Stockholm syndrome, because you're so close with them now.
But you know what, Keisha, the devil know the Bible better than anybody. And when you go to church, I have never had a church, and I went for years. I don't know that entire Bible. I just know what they preach. And they never teach you the entire Bible, but Satan know that. And that's how he's able to use other people to manipulate us, because the Bible, even the laws, are ambiguous. And they open to interpretation for anything. And that's how Satan tried to twist the Bible to even tempt Jesus when he knew better. And that's what these prophets are doing. The Bible says there are false prophets, many will come in my name. And that's why T.D. Jakes stepped down because of this Puffy trial, because he know probably some stuff is about to come out about him. And he was well respected, made a lot of money off of people attending these parties, and now he's about to be exposed. You can't go pretending that you follow God and leading his people astray for too long, because he's going to expose you. The truth is going to come out, and it will eventually, and I can't wait.
I just received a message this week. My ex got this whole this week I received a long dire message from yet another person. This man has a whole demon inside of him. I was like, yeah, he's his child, but I literally said all these things, but they're literally that fraudulent stuff, like operating as a deliverance minister. He got these little girls up here being prophetess, like they're divinely healing somebody as prophetess, whole witchcraft stuff. Okay, this is some crazy Manson, Charles Manson type stuff.
Listen, when you gotta think, man, y'all gotta think first. When you break up a family, then don't nobody got no roots to a church. Ain't nobody nowadays. We live in a society. Ain't nobody. How many people got a church home? A real church home, and in the church, and this devil know that, and that devil already in the church. Like, okay, so when you get here, I got this joker right here. I got this joker right here who gonna mislead all of y'all.
All of them with miracles, signs, and wonders.
That word on a whole nother level, but you better believe it's the total opposite, and that's exactly how they living. And right now, yeah, he got that trial coming up. He know that dude Ben stepped down. He like, okay, let's just hide. Let's hide a little bit. You know, when Puppy get this thing cleared up. Man, a year or two later, I'm back on the scene, baby.
They being judged. Like, he gonna judge the church first. A lot of them either not living or they going through some harsh things, because this stuff got to be exposed. It's craziness.
It's
like the people are losing their minds because they're in these things.
Because that when you don't have a safe space to go to, when you are literally in a place where there is no such thing as a safe space anymore, no place where you can trust that I can go in here and get some solid information from this person.
Yeah.
When you get to that place right there, that's when you start to see people crashing out. And that's what we're seeing out here, because where can people go? Where can we go to trust? Where can you go out here that you can trust? People out here right now, they're going out here. I was watching this thing, and you know, different stuff come down your timeline. I was looking at this TikTok, because that's one of the big things that trends on TikTok. They were talking about how the getting laid off from work. And they let you listen to how somebody talks to them and will talk to you for an hour long just to fire you. And these are people who just got houses and cars, and everybody in the home is dependent upon them to take care of everything in the house. And, you know, they just going through, and there is no solution out here. Now, the solution is social media. Okay, just go on social media, tell your story, and you get 100,000 likes. Listen, y'all, this level is the most trifling.
It's horrible.
The cutthroat, perpetrating fraud. You ain't ever gonna hear of or meet anything or anybody worse. You're never going to hear of anything worse, because there is nothing worse. And they don't care. These people are so mega rich. They listen, the money don't even mean nothing to them.
And no, it doesn't. They got the money in the Marine Kingdom.
They want you to have nothing. They get a kick. Listen, they get life out of knowing everybody's struggling.
Yeah.
It's life to them. Because they know, okay, the world is in, our world is over. Our world is over. So we want to see you crumble. And that's what they want to see. They want to see us suffer. They
feed off of that. The things that's coming out the ground that they're summoning, they feed off of fear. They feed off of all that despair and hopelessness. God is our hope. He never fails. And when people have faith, like, we might be the rough riders, rough around the edges, coming out late in the scene, but he said the first shall be last, the last shall be first. We gonna get it. I mean, we just been through a lot of stuff, but we're getting it. And the main things he say is like, just don't have idolatry, don't have the sexual immorality, don't eat things strangled, and don't drink blood. 4 things. If we can do these 4 things, we got it. Huh?
What do you mean don't eat things strangled?
That's in there. That's in the book of Acts. That's just what he said.
You get strangled though. I'm just curious.
Narc's always strangling something. That's so I think it's whatever comes from them. I wouldn't eat that they got.
They could take a chicken
But they strangle the stuff. Now this is a secret. Now they strangle stuff when it comes to that hoodoo voodoo chicken. Okay, you got Kentucky Fried Chicken. You got some stuff involved.
Okay, I got
You got some commercials. They got the people that changed into some stuff that was on a commercial.
wrangle some animals like they did. Somebody did.
That's a chicken that people will fight, and if they restaurants it'd be on the news and make the news. It's something.
I did not know. Let me shout out to Patrice. Patrice B. Alicia. Host Connie. Sponsors tonight. Thank you, ladies. That's so wonderful. Ladies, I'm saying this, man. I know that we wanted to talk about something else, but look here. I let God take the mic and do with it. Because I got a plan, but God got another plan, man. And I'm following it. I'm gonna do what he say. I'm gonna say what he do. If he is leading me in a direction, then that's the direction I'm going in, because I see it and I feel it. It ain't just seeing it no more. I feel it. And every time I'm outside now, I'm just like, man, I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Like that song, what's his name? What's that dude's name?
The Weeknd.
No. It's coming in the air tonight.
Oh, Phil. Huh?
Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil Collins. I feel it coming in the air tonight.
But let me say something. That was my warning song, because that's the song the narc used to play right before he left. That's what he started listening to. He's like, I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
I feel it. I mean, it's right here on us, man. It's on us in a way that it's never been on us before. This devil here, and I'm saying he been here. There ain't no, but he here and he ain't got no power. Not the power we think he got. He got power of manipulation. That's it. And that's not power, that's trickery. He's able to trick us into things. Like I said, y'all.
It's a whole army with them. But because it's a kingdom.
Something that you get that's free. I want y'all to please embed this in your mind. Every time y'all hear them talking about, they about to raise taxes and they about to do this and they about to do that and they're going to do that. And this is costing more. Food is costing more. Why is food costing more again? Why are the free grapes over there that you just took off the vine for free? Tell me why they're more expensive again. Tell me why everything in the store that's free. You got a grocery store because you tilled the land. That stuff coming up the ground was free. You did not have to pay 1 penny for nothing that grew out the ground. They charging us for stuff that's free.
Yeah,
world still falls. So that should be an example to everybody. Their world has fallen, and they
scared
from us that they have ever stolen from us. They just taking our money at this point. They not even no more. They just taking it from us.
Because they putting everybody on the system. They already got this rolled out. They just want people on the that income. Like that's it. It's the whatever income the universal income. That's all they gonna do. And because they gonna take all the. Elon Musk literally said it. We got all the resources. They're free. He said there's no reason to buy or sell anything, so we're just going to allocate it, with some chip blockchain system. That's what we're dealing with. So when it comes to that, they already got them videos on what to do with them dogs. You got to hit them with some paint guns, some paintballs or something. Just have a lot of paint, because that's the only way. Or get in a corner where they can't come down, but they shoot with precision. Why would they put a video out like that? That's just, we just got to do what we got to do. But God is going to direct us to the right thing to do. Like, we don't have to panic or fear. He literally said, look up and read.
But hold up a second. I want to bring up something that Lady Virgo just said, genetically modify everything.
Mm-hmm.
The devil in person, this right in front of you. If you don't see him, you see him. You see him, but you don't see him. You look at this devil on a regular basis. This devil is saying the food is free. And I'm going to give you something that's modified, though. You ain't paying nothing for the food. The food is free. And he said, I don't want you to have the free food. That's healthy. I want you to get this modified food that we know has no nutrient level. It only has pesticides. It only has chemicals in it.
And not even just that.
It's food that has 20 or 50 ingredients in it. It's genetically modified. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the devil. And that's why we can't see them, because you can't see this devil because he's right in your face.
But you know what?
Something from people is to put it right in their face.
It's not even just that, Harry-O, too. A lot of this meat is cloned meat. That's why I stopped eating KFC in 2005, because they started using cloned meat. And I haven't eaten anything from KFC since 2005. So I've known this. McDonald's is using a different type of meat right now. If you taste it, it doesn't taste the same. Everybody is doing it. It's all cloned. They're finding a way to clone animals, modify eggs to make more eggs. I mean, because think about it. How
modify humans.
Eggs...
they eat modify humans. They do what they do. That's what it is.
The chickens have eggs every week. Eggs are free, man. Listen, y'all. They lied to us about everything.
Remember the bird flu? That's when they start dealing with the chickens. So where we at right now?
That bird got a flu.
Pray over the food, because that's gonna cleanse it. These materials got to come out. This stuff is so crazy.
Everybody got a flu. So, man, they don't want us having anything natural, because when your body consumes things that are natural, you become indestructible. Mm-hmm. For as long as you continue to eat, if you eat this food the way they got us on these diets out here, man, do y'all know, as we get older, that's why everything gets so much worse for us when we get older, is because we're not putting nutrients back into our bodies. You got to take supplements on a daily basis just to get regular nutrients. And then you got to trust that the supplements are giving us that. We got to trust, because they just get to the real fruit and vegetation out here.
And you got to pray. When you pray out of food, pray things like restore this to the original what its original nature, or even just pray that this becomes like real lettuce. Like that, there's so much power in prayer and faith. He tells us to pray over our food. We can change a lot of things. Like you can literally move mountains and grow trees. Like there are so much things that you can do. Raised up, flesh came back on bones. All this stuff has happened in the Bible, demonstrating God's power. His power has the ability to make those molecules to be the molecules you need for your body. You just got to pray that prayer, and you got to have that faith. We have to operate in faith in this hour, because nothing else is going to work. And the devil, he's not omnipresent. No, he got some power there. He's like on the top of the pyramid, but he has these kingdoms, and they mobilize, and he's strategic, and deceptive. And what he does is he tricks us, just like the narcissist, that they want you to see yourself the way that they see you, or they want you to be, and that's to keep them and powerless. Just that's like the same technique.
They want us to be like they are.
Yeah.
Beneath them.
Everything that they have done. When you look at the situation with the narcissist you dealt with in the home, that person is always at you, and it's always some type of argument. Anything you ever did wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
They always had a way to put you down. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
They want you to be in a role that they created for you when they met you.
Yeah.
They created a role of servanthood and destructive.
Want you to join in that craziness with them. They want you to be like them. They want you to be birds of a feather. That's all it is. Our relationship to them is, hey, look here, I ain't about to join that side where you at, but I'm gonna need you to join this over here. And I'm gonna lie to you. I need you to lie to me. I'm gonna cheat on you. I'm gonna need you to cheat on me. Because if we both doing it, then we both one and the same.
And then too, that's why they call you crazy. They trying to label you because they trying to get you to believe that you are crazy. They always trying to say you got ADHD or you're bipolar or something like that. Just always trying to make you feel like you got something, especially when you questioning them and you challenging everything that they saying. When you have them backed in the corner, that first thing, you're crazy. That's all they know to say. And yeah, they do want us to be like them. And that's why I said, when they can't make you inferior to them, they find your weakness and make you inferior to it because they know you're going to bow down to that weakness. And that's why they throw those digs. They use your insecurities. They're going to make you bow down by any means. They're going to bring you to your knees. I also want to answer, Sleeping Giant said he think that living narc is killing him. Yes. I'm telling you, I've said this so many times. My health was going bad, and then narc start fixing his food separate from mine. So I knew that he was doing something to my food. If you feel that way, you need to stop eating what's in that house. If it's just you, fix your food, eat it. Don't have no leftovers or none of that. Eat day by day. Eat small meals. Because if that's what you feel, that's what's going on. Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't have no morals. They will take you out.
You have to put that narcissist out. We just at a time where we can't even be like in covenant with these devils no more. Like you just can't even literally afford to do so with your life. They are witches and warlocks, either willfully or whatever they doing, blind witchcraft. But most of them know how to manipulate the spirit realm. They know what they're doing. They know these tactics.
And
so they're
she gonna come in there and she gonna play that thing off so sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
Hey, I made dinner, babe. Yeah, come on in here and get you some. If you crazy. If you know your spirit talking to you and telling you something ain't right, and you still find a way to put that food in your mouth, then yeah, you straight up crazy, champ.
You know how he could tell?
Crazy.
He can tell. All he have to do is fix that person some food, and they're gonna accuse him of doing the same thing they doing, and that's how you know it's being done to you.
Go.
Just a presence is going. What they rock with is the angel of death, like that goes with them. That reaper is with them. It's connected to them. They tethered to it. So anytime that thing is around, people are going to get sick. Their dreams are going to die. They're going to be hopelessness. Things are going to fall apart. Sabotages. Like there's nothing good that comes from that realm that they're tethered to. It's like the abyss type realm. Like they got the marine kingdom. You got the underworld. They are with both of those graveyard type stuff. So there is a destiny exchange happening too. But there's no good thing. It's so many imps probably in that house. They probably pushing you. You could be falling down steps, tripping and stuff. All of that stuff be happening, losing in keys and all of that. That all goes on in that kind of house with them because they bring the collar thing, which is chaos, destruction, and desolation. So there's nothing good.
You're not losing keys. They had them keys.
Said that they may not physically put something in your food, but they may say a ritual over it as well. And ladies and gentlemen, let me go here. We speak spells and rituals every single day unknowingly.
Yeah.
This devil does it knowing what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Now, no, they don't have power over you. But they're trying to give the things around you energy. They want it to attack you. They want it to attach to you, giving it an energy. And see that again, this is Satan the accuser. This is the devil himself. And this is how they trick us. That's what this is all about. We sitting around here thinking that, oh no, as long as I got on, my armor of God and I got my Bible, I'm visiting. You don't even understand that we speaking a lot of this stuff over ourselves is keeping us like this.
It's a contract involved. If you in covenant with them, there's a contract. That's why he said those 4 things: idolatry, sexual immorality, that opens your body up to be a temple. You literally give Satan a contract. Here, you got access to my body. Take it over. That's what you do. That's why he said don't do that, because he's trying to protect us from those kingdoms. The marine kingdom is relentless. It is no joke. Our bodies are made of water. Water is in everything. If people coming over your house and using the bathroom and they always got to do number 2 or whatever, that's how they offload demons. Like there's something with that, because a lot of times the different narcs I've been with, they always going to the bathroom. Like it's always something, but there is literally an entity like that is a ritual thing that happens. And it's, you go to people's house and everything. Hey, can I use your toilet? I mean, it's just some of those things that we just be like, that's.
But you know what's funny? I never thought about something like that, but I never would go over somebody else's house and sit on their toilet. I just wouldn't.
Exactly.
And I ain't have no choice. That's the only way I'm gonna do that.
Because your conscience gonna be like,
you're right. Usually people
you won't. With the narc wheel, you won't go over somebody's house and just sit on their bed. Just go in their room and sit on their bed. Because a bed is an altar, the toilet is an altar. They go in the refrigerator where the food is at. They go to all of these places, sometimes subconsciously, because they riddled with demons. The demons know, I got to go over here. I'm about to sit on this bed. That's going to plant a seed on their bed. I'm going to leave a little impetus. They're going to have some nightmares. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to see what's going on in their refrigerator. Leave a little impetus. They're going to be nauseated when they eat their food. Go use their toilet. So every time they sit on the toilet and they thinking, now something's going to come up. And now it's going to be like putting thoughts, manipulating, giving you ideas. That's what happened. A lot of times the narcissists, when they doing their little dirty phone stuff, they on the toilet. I mean, this is like, it's literally a deity in the toilet that comes like a sorcery. So anoint your toilets. You got to really fight this thing with knowledge and awareness and be equipped, because he told us we got to be wise as the serpents, but we be gentle as doves. We got to know the strategies these snakes are doing, because they leave deposits.
That is all the way real, Keith. We have to start to really recognize different traits, because it's stuff that's been there, but we just never really paid it attention. Like one thing about narcs that I notice is none of them are really well mannered.
No.
They're never really well mannered, and the reason is because they can't be well mannered. They don't have any self-respect. They can only fake respect. They don't really respect anybody.
No, because they feel like they're entitled to your things and your emotions. Because my oldest sister, she would just go in people's house and she'll go to my auntie house and she'll go straight to her refrigerator and make her a bowl of cereal. And my auntie will be like, well, you can't say hi first. You just come in here and you go straight to my fridge and you make my food. And on people's anniversary, she'll go crack their anniversary drink open and drink it. That's the type of stuff that she would do to people. They don't have no respect. They feel like they're entitled to your stuff. And anything you buy or fix, they eating it, they drinking it, they don't care. And I think has nothing to do with a moral thing. It's plain disrespect, and that's their intentions. They intend to disrespect you. They come to your house just to make your life miserable, just to irritate you, because they can't fight them demons in their head, so they need to be somebody else's demon. They're attracted to the light because every day of their life is darkness. That's why they can't sleep. They have to sleep during the day. They can't sleep at night. They work night jobs because they can't sleep, because they consistently fighting demons. And you notice how when they sleep during the day, they still don't get that much sleep. They get up, they on your butt. They making your life miserable.
So uptight all the time.
Huh?
I said that's why they so uptight all the time. That's why they always want to argue and fight, because they be tired.
Yep. And miserable. Because
miserable. Misery loves company, y'all. When you narc and they always wanna, it's like you can't be happy. That they know that that's a painful feeling to you. You desire that love and compassion, that togetherness, the warmth that comes from being in a good relationship and good communication. They know that you not only want the good relationship, you want all the good things that come with a good relationship. And they are determined that they're going to do everything to deprive you from having any of it. You're not going to enjoy any of it.
And y'all think them little digs that they be throwing at y'all is a test? That ain't no damn test. That's something that they really need to get off their chest, something they feel like they really need to do to you. It's not to test you and see what your breaking point is or how much you could put up with. That is something that they really need to say in that moment to feel good. Some of them will laugh in your face, and some will give you a smirk, and some will laugh in their head. Regardless, they're laughing at you. I see it all the time. When people say stuff to you and I don't react, and they still laugh because they got that off.
And these are they got mocking spirits. They always got their tongue out. They got that's the mocking spirit. They got the torment, the spirits of torment and torture. Like demons want to torture and torment humans as much as possible. The narcissist is a whole vessel for their kingdom. They just going in and out, like just in and out of the vessel. And they get gratification from that torment. And the narcissist gets some reward too. Like they do give them a little dopamine hits. And it's like a drug. But the narcissist, and I hate using that word because we put such good psychology words on pure evil and wickedness. Like these are some very demonic, sick beings that you're dealing with that will take you out. They got insurance plans. If they stand long term, it's because they're waiting on a retirement pension or insurance plan. They're not in it for any type of connection or love. It does not exist with them. Their kingdom don't have love. It hates love. It's the opposite of love. And anybody who's trying to get out or get with God, that's why things got so turbulent when it got so bad that you cried out to God, because now, another kingdom's coming. Now it's a whole different kind of war happening every time your presence is around. And they are just like jumping out back to back to back, just activated, doing very bizarre things.
And you know what?
Careful.
And when they in it for that long time, you have become that parent that they want to torture. They never go to those parents who tortured them for closure. Never asked them for closure. I met one that he said she could have came and gave him closure. They don't go and ask for closure. They expect people to come and give them that closure. And that's why I say when you match their energy, they don't like it, because now you're treating them how they say it's wrong, but they're doing it to you, but it's wrong when you do it back to them. And then they feel like you are their abuser when you match their energy, but they don't see nothing wrong when they do it to you. It's always one-sided with them, one-sided abuse, one-sided relationship. You're the only one in the relationship, in the marriage. They want to hold somebody down long-term because they want that person to stay at home while they go run the streets. And those relationships don't work out. They'll always have somebody to run back to. And that's why I tell y'all, you're not grade A supply. You're a grade A dummy. That's why they keep coming back to you. Stop thinking that's a flex, because you're really calling yourself the biggest dummy on the planet. Oh, I was that dummy.
Sound like that, Johnny.
I have one of them episodes where I was like, I had lost the baby, and so I was like, God, I'm just done. I was like, I didn't want to hear nothing about him. I was like, I don't care. I'm about to just go. I'm just smoke some weed. I don't care. I didn't even know how to really do weed. It was horrible. I had just bad reactions. I'm just gonna drink and drink and drink until I ended up in the ocean. Jet ski accident, I almost died. I was like, okay, God, I don't think I'm gonna say completely forget you because that's some other stuff
There you go.
in the ocean and some other stuff, especially in a deep ocean with some other narc that jump off the thing. This is the stuff narcissists do. You can ride on a jet ski. We was riding on a jet ski, and I'm like, okay, I already didn't want to like really be on there because they was telling us it's high tide, and then they said you shouldn't be drinking and stuff. We did all that stuff. So then I'm like, I don't really like my swimming is not the best, especially in the ocean. Who really can do that? This dude, he doing everything crazy, like going real fast, doing the tricks and stuff where you getting off the jet ski and barely landing back. And I'm like terrified. He just goes, jumps up, and falls off. Like just throws us off the jet thing. That's some other stuff. That's some stuff that only narcissists can do because he was a really good swimmer just to see you struggle. And then
Yeah, and I never trusted.
crazy stuff.
I don't trust being around them. It wasn't, I didn't even know what I was dealing with, but I felt like I could never trust that person around me being around water because I can't swim. I have fear of water. I have fear of heights. I would never let that person put me in a situation where I felt like they were the difference between life and death for me because I know I was going. And let them tell it, they can swim, they can snorkel, they can go to the bottom of the ocean without any gear and come back up. They the best basketball players. They know how to wrestle. They do base. They good at everything. They cooks. There's nothing in this world they can't do until they can't.
I had the dry drowning and everything. I was like, God, if you save me, I'm gonna really double change. I'm so sorry because you be drowning. I'm like, I'm never gonna say that again. But then, even like when a rescue boat finally did come, because it's very hard, even with a life jacket and it's high tide, to fight them waves. Like it's just green water. I didn't even see the little sharks or dolphins, whatever else was in there, because it's just green. The rescue boat comes. The narc gets on a rescue boat. I needed to be rescued because his swimming was good. He stayed afloat. And then the rescue person was trying to get me. The narc pushes him out the way and act like he get me, but the hand missed, so I go under the rescue boat. I mean, this is some narc stuff. Like this is the only way you can describe it. It's
They said, wake up, Harry, yo. They saying, wake up.
you're tired.
They say, wakey, wakey.
What are you doing? Is he tired? I know he ain't tired.
Man, you got your toes fixed. Now you tired.
Oh my God.
The stuff narcissists do, like they put you in dangerous situations, and that's only one of many with different narcs, but they put you in situations and then they try to semi rescue you only to say, man, I'm trying to save you and just to see you almost die, like in panic, and then be in a state of like fear and anxiety.
I guess you know what they was thinking. Well, if she got a story like that, I know Harry got one too.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Harry, yo, let's tell it.
Because they do that.
We already know about the police coming to your house 300 times.
Let me tell y'all just like this. I had the unfortunate experience, and fortunate, I would say, because to make it through that, to make it through that craziness, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this, and I'm not gonna make myself special because I'm not. Everybody that made it through that,
Yeah,
you are different.
Yeah.
You are completely different. Okay. You are completely different because at the end of the day, you were not supposed to survive this.
No.
right.
Guys, whether you know it or not, you dealing with the real devil out here. You might not agree with it, but guess what? You're never going to be able to see nor prove that you were not dealing with the devil. It's not just a spirit out here. This devil walking around doing what it does. This devil is here, and see, one of the it's so many ways. This devil is so crafty. This devil is so crafty that it makes us think that, okay, if I say the devil is a spirit, then you think God is just a spirit. And we won't be able to rationalize God, and we won't come to that conclusion that, wow, so if you the devil, then what am I? Who am I if you the devil? So many things have been hidden from us. That video that I sent you, Keisha, that the girl was breaking down 666. And I said, wow, that is genius.
Right.
Genius how if the devil wanted to hide something from us, just say that if you are of the number 6666, then you are of the devil. You're not gonna ever try to associate yourself with that number. If 666 was God's number, every last one of us would have missed it. Because that devil hit it so right in your face.
He
said, nah, the Bible says 6 score 6 and 6.
But he also say, he who has wisdom, let him know. Like it's a thing today. So looking at everything that happens, what he do, the Holy Spirit start giving that wisdom. Because what she was saying is, it's like partial, but it goes like left. But what happens, you got a lot of different things going on. 6G, like the G is 3, that's a 3-6 there. You got the carbon stuff with graphene. Carbon and graphene, that's 6 sides, it's a hexagon. You got your man, which is the number 6 in a sinful nature. It's not that 6 is a bad number, because that's the 6th day that God made man. It's just that man was the name for a man is Adam. So Satan got a counterfeit for everything, and he got Adam like the ATOM, and he wanted it to be his 6. But it's how the occult uses it. And so when people can see it, what God is saying is like with strategy, all right, pray against that because the graphene got something wicked, or look more deeper into this, or even radium, or different things like that, because it does go to those numbers in a specific way. And then as if you're an intercessor or you praying, you know how to pray to start sabotaging their systems and sending confusions to their camps. That's what intercessors do, because we still got a front line until we take up. The Holy Spirit trumps all of their spirits.
But you know something? You know something else? I'm going to say something that I said at the beginning. China was bad. China was bad talking about, I don't believe you talking about Bishop Don Juan on you. I don't believe you. And I'm gonna take it a step further and double down on it and say that's what all of us need to do. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, all of us got certain things that we like to do that ain't all the way right? That we like, well, look, Lord, you know I want to keep you in every room with me, but you might not want to hang out in this room right here. You know I'm gonna go in this room and smoke a little something, or I'm gonna go in here and drink a little something, or I'm gonna dance a little something, or I'm gonna throw some dollars at some people dancing. So I might not be able to take you in this one. But at the end of the day, yeah, I still got to take them in there with me. Hey, look, Lord, you know, you got to roll with me on this one, champ. I'm going to do some hedonistic stuff here.
That's where the teaching come in and the wisdom. If the churches, the ones that say they are, if they was doing what they were supposed to do and wasn't riddled with narcissists, and people would be taught exactly what they dealing with, they wouldn't want to do that. Like, you ain't gonna be sitting there looking at a chick dancing when you know you're looking at the snake, and the snake is actually coming out doing stuff to you, putting tentacles in your head. You're gonna be like, ooh, I need my brain. You know,
You're absolutely right. I mean, well, nah, you know what?
you ain't, if you seen that thing that call itself the mother that get them the powers, the black goo shape shifting thing, one sight, you done.
You're right.
Like,
Certain parts of it, but I'm looking at stuff like, okay, what about, you know, eating, right? Eating. And I know even the real food that we eat got stuff in it. It just it's stuff that's bad for us. And gluttony is a sin. But I be sinning, you know what I'm saying? I be sinning. I be straight up like that. That's what it is. I be sinning because I got a gluttony issue. I be like, man, come on. I can't just have one more little shrimp.
The struggle is real. I understand.
Yeah, I know I ain't supposed to eat it, but I love it. I love crabs and shrimp. Oh my gosh.
It's good.
Everybody from the DC metro area got the best crab cakes on the planet. Up in you ever had a crab cake, y'all don't know what y'all missing. No. But I'm saying that to say that that's the mindset we gotta have. If you walk into that room, man, you gotta walk into that room and I got God with me. I'm like, whatever we doing in here, you know, if I can't take God in the room, then I can't be in the room. So, Lord, I'm gonna take you with me. I'm staying. Look, I ain't, because once we separate, we are vulnerable beyond anything, man. And it's been proven that we losing.
Yeah.
It's been proven that we losing. Once you get God out, then you take order out. If God ain't there, ain't no mannerisms, ain't no order there. It ain't nothing good there no more. And
he know our hearts. Like God looks at the intent. So if you sitting up here, like I can't wait to this cruise because they got the free eating. Like, that's really what I love about the cruise. Honestly, I mean, I love the beach. I really do. But the beach and free food. They got the free food on the cruise.
Free food.
Yeah, the free food. Yeah. They got all of them. I know all the spots now because it's the second time I got a mental record.
And I get the food package so I can eat at the little fine dining restaurants.
Oh my God!
So you got both things. Okay, that's I really understand. But your intent is not.
If y'all haven't been on a cruise lately, I promise you owe yourself. I mean, and get yourself. Make sure you get a balcony. If you can get a junior suite, man, you're going to have the time of your life, just sitting out on the balcony and listening at the waves crash up against the boat, feeling the breeze and that tropical breeze off the ocean and smelling that salty air from the sea salt. Oh my gosh, that is like heavenly to me.
You know what? The Titanic ruined it for me. So
they was cold. That was Alaska, I think they was cruising to.
I don't care.
I'm talking about in the Caribbean. I want to smell salty water. I want to be hot.
I already got my little patches. I'll put my little patches on so I don't get seasick. Day before and be cool with that.
Listen, when you get on one of these newer boats, them boats don't move. It ain't like the old ones. I remember the old school. The first time I was on a cruise, I was on a Carnival cruise, y'all. And this was before they really had the mega boats.
Yeah.
And I was getting sick the whole time. I was like, the little pharmacy to get them little pills. But after you take the pills, you're good. But now, the boats that's out there now, you get on one of them now, you do not feel the boat move. You don't even know you're riding on a ship. And they are wonderful. They are wonderful.
I don't want it to end for me like that. I'm sorry.
I know, it's horrible too. I was in the ocean. It was horrible. It's horrible. And everything slows down. It's like gloom, gloom. That's how you hear, like gloom. And you be thinking I'm about to die.
Y'all don't like cruises, man. Come on.
I love the
Let me
cruise. I'm
get
talking
it.
about in the ocean, falling in
I
the
want to.
ocean.
No, don't nobody want to be falling in the ocean. I mean, come on.
No, the
No.
cruise.
I want to
I
get
love the
in on
cruise. I'm
that.
sure.
What they talking about, saying the car is the torture chamber. Oh my God! When you have a trip with a narc in the car, buckle up, cause it is horrible. I swear to God, they make you just want to open the door and do tuck and roll. Just get
Man,
out,
he sounds
because
correct. He hit me on
they
the
will
back.
argue you.
Like,
They
Listen,
will
listen,
argue the
listen.
whole
I'm gonna give
time.
y'all this one before we go.
the tuck and roll.
This before we go. Road trip. It's a road trip, right? Oh my God.
What a night. It's horrible.
Road trip, and it was a cruise. It was road trip and first cruise, right? This is what it's like being in a narcissistic relationship. For all of y'all that want to be married to that thing, and you still think you want to be married to it, let me tell y'all what it's like being in a marriage to one at the beginning. And I'm saying this is in year 2. This is year 2. I remember driving to Florida. Like China was just saying, it kind of struck me in the mind when she said, on a trip with a narc in a car. So we driving, right? Because back then we used to drive to Florida, man. It was I don't know what kind of energy I had, but for some reason I could drive straight from DC to Florida, and we used to drive to West Palm, and it doing it about 16 hours, and I could take it straight through, right? You know, it's amazing road trip. When you with somebody who got some sense, a road trip is one of the best, most therapeutic things you could ever do with them, right? But when you're a fool, when you with the narc, let me tell y'all what that 16-hour trip was like, okay? And not just the 16-hour trip. And I got to tell y'all this part first so y'all can get the full effect of this.
Oh Lord.
So it's the 16-hour trip, right? And then it's a cruise. It's a cruise. I think the first cruise we had was like a 4-day, 3-night or something like that. 4 days and 3 nights. And it's 16-hour drive. So before the day of the trip, ladies and gentlemen, I was informed by the wife of the person she was cheating with came to my job. We going on our first vacation as a married couple, and you at work messing with somebody's husband, and his wife done came to my job to inform me. Good God, y'all ready? Y'all better buckle up. So now, this woman that came to my job and spilled the beans. Like, look here, man. I know you don't know what. She said, because that joker you with, oh, that's a snake over there. I was determined I was gonna find you because I was a mailman back then, and I was out on my route, and I guess somebody told her where I would be, and she found me, caught me. The house that she caught me at, and she said, "No, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you right now because there's some things you don't know about that witch that you live with." And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, "What you mean?" Guys, I'm just all in protect mode because I'm like, man, we going on a trip tonight.
I know.
We going on vacation tonight. So she tell me the whole thing, all the hell I've been going through, all the lies that I done listened to about we just need a vacation. That's why it's so crazy around here.
Yeah.
I just need a vacation. Well, He said, nah, it wasn't no vacation. No, she vacation with my husband. Okay.
Right.
And I'm sitting here like, huh? What? Guys, I'm devastated. I'm just like, I'm in total disbelief. I'm telling y'all, when I say I truly believed, and I know this might be just might sound crazy, but I truly believed it. I believed that if you married somebody, that the man was going to be the one cheating. I believed everything in me. So when this lady told me this, I got to be honest with y'all. A part of me still didn't completely believe it. A part of me believed it because it was confirmation. Because I knew I wasn't just going through this hell I was going through every day for nothing. This was not normal. This is not normal. So she tells me the story, and then I go call her at work, tell her who just came to my job. And let me just say this, because I wanted to hear a lie. I did not want to hear how true this is. I wanted to hear her defend this, you know.
Yeah, you want to.
All she could do was start crying.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
The crocodile tears just fall. Man, so good God. Yes, y'all. We went on the vacation that night.
That's a horrible trip.
Driving to Florida. So what y'all think that conversation went like?
Why you keep bringing up old stuff? What you want this to happen? Like why you keep bringing this up? We trying to have a good time.
The caveat. This is the caveat to it though. Her mother was riding with us. So
They always gotta have a mother with.
Her mom was in the back seat, so it wasn't like we could really get into it, right? So she kind of had the out, but I'm driving, man, and it is. I'm in the twilight zone. I'm in the twilight zone.
You got two witches staring at you. They in agreement. There's an agreement involved. Okay, two or more. Agree.
Absolutely. And then when we get on the cruise, I couldn't take it. I could not take it. I said, man, look, get us separate rooms, man. I don't want to be in a room. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm telling y'all this story, man, is because one, I want you to understand you're not the only one that went through some craziness. It's not just you. But the second thing is, I want to be able to give you some insight on things that, like right now, when I look back at this stuff, man, I honestly, guys, I got to kind of go mentally into a different place because it's like, I know that wasn't me going along with that. Come on, man. That wasn't you going along with that, bro.
That's how the serpent works.
You feel. That's how you feel at the end.
Yeah.
You feel when you over that mess, you feel like, good God, did I do that? No, that wasn't not. And then because a part of me want to change the story.
Like, oh my God.
I'll go for that. But anyway, yes, I did. We got on the cruise. It was horrible.
As it would be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst. Let me think. Yep. That was the absolute worst. Because it was some bad ones. But that one right there, it wasn't nothing worse. It started bad and it ended worse. It worse. By the time we got back from the cruise, you know, I was just so done, man. I was like, man, you mean I've been going through this craziness So you could run over here with this fool?
Because you can't enjoy yourself because you still just got hit with the news.
Let me take y'all where the devil had me for all of those years, because I didn't leave. I don't want to tell y'all that, oh, yeah, I cut her off at that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all, because I didn't.
It was an accident.
Because, listen, this swindler, this perpetrating a fraud, oh my, listen, man, they going to lie to you. They going to lie to you. And they going to lie to you about something that's serious. When you caught them, when they caught red-handed, they going to sit there with them tears. They going to lie. And they going to tell you, they going to convince you because you already want to believe them. And you know how they know you want to believe them? Because you still listening.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they know. I know you want to believe me because you still
even asked about it.
You was done with me. If you knew you did not want to hear no mess no more, you wouldn't even listen to that mess. You like, no, babe, you don't owe me nothing. You don't owe me. I don't need to hear nothing. I know everything I need to know. And that's why I say, man, don't wait until it's confronted. Don't wait till you confront it with that craziness. If you know you in something bad, if you know that it's crazy, do the right thing now. Don't just sit back and wait until you have 10 years worth of horror stories to tell people about how trifling they are, how bad it can get. And all you can say that you did the whole time is forgive, overlook. I was the bigger person. That's your story. I was the bigger person. I tried to work it out. We went to counseling. And you done did everything in the book to stay with somebody that did everything in the book.
Yeah.
I'm on a family road trip to Arizona with this devil. Arizona from Ohio. That's about 2-3 days. I mean, this was some crazy stuff. You're talking about out-of-state police getting involved in your stuff. You going on route. He went on some detours to Route 66. Ain't that the one with the devil at it? One of them is the one like you just don't even go on. No, Route 666. Oh. Route 666. This one looking for Route 666. I was like, why? That's a whole thing. Because it's like, you don't want to go on something that the devil on. That's on a TV program. Don't go to Route 666. But that's when you dealing with the devil.
Is it a real Route 666 though?
Yes, it is.
I just thought it was Route 66.
Route 666 is off of Route 66. So he on a historical Route 66. Now this is ghost town stuff. All right, I call myself a melanated American. That's me. Okay, this is some ghost town stuff.
What about me?
All right, we melanated Americans.
Yes, look at this. I got on a black shirt and you can barely tell.
I don't detour off the main road in no unfamiliar territory. You got us up here, ain't no cars. It's some ghost town, barrel of hay, Route 66 stuff, trying to find a 666. I'm up here calling family like, this is my location. This person.
But you know what? My favorite, well, not my favorite part, but this is the part people don't talk about when you in the car with them. When you driving and then they speeding, and then when you say something they don't like, they hit them brakes real hard.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me a lot where he would hit those brakes really, really hard and you don't even know it's coming. I guess that's just to shut you up. Like, I don't want that to happen to me again. But too, I also wanted to say, I told y'all the ex-narc, he have 5 6s in his Social Security. I'm not going to give y'all the first 3, but the other ones is 662666.
Oh my God.
That was a long sign right there.
And here I am in the store. If my stuff add up to 666, I'm buying gum. I'm in the house with a whole devil.
You ain't right. You ain't.
Like, just add on some water for 10 cents or something. It can't end like this. Was his mama named Rosemary because she had a baby?
I don't know.
They look.
Yes, evil.
That's how the trips are, and then you arguing the whole time. Then you crying. Police get involved. Out of state police. Okay, nobody knows nobody.
Hold on. I remember one trip to Miami, and something got started because Miami. You go to Miami, they got the flying roaches. They not called roaches. They call something else.
The palmetto bugs. That's some other stuff.
But they look like roaches up here. But they weren't that big, but it was, if you open up the balcony door, balcony, so because they fly. We down there, she done changed our room 3 times. And I was like, man, and I mean, and this is day one. Day one, we done changed the room 3 times. I'm like, Joe, it ain't even vacation no more. When somebody do stuff like that, I just be like, man, Joe.
Yes, my mama.
Yo, man,
I'm like, she trying to go on vacation all the time. And they come with a list. These are all my complaints. This is broke. This is broke. This is this and that. You're just like, hey, why? And then they be like, we need to make a store run. So now you got about 3 or 4 hours consumed in going to a grocery store that you could have went to in your hometown. That's how it is with a narcissist. They the TSAs, the time suckers of America. That's what they gonna do. They gonna ruin your vacation, man. And they gonna time suck you, and they gonna fun suck you.
Every time it's not gonna be a good thing. It's you gonna walk away from there with another horror story. That's why now, if I go on a vacation with somebody, man, you say one thing slick, you might be on the airplane right back where we started at.
Man.
Because I'm not doing that. Let me say this real quick. In this life, you have people that actually go out and enjoy this life.
Yeah.
And if you are not protecting your happiness, man, it's some cruddy, dirty people out here that have no mercy, that want to take you through everything they can take you through. And they feel no type of way. They feel like, I got you, looking at you. And then they're going to tell you just like me. When they get you, and they right, birds of a feather flock together. When I look back at myself with that, I got to say it. Birds of a feather flock together. Even though we wasn't in harmony, I still was participating.
Yeah.
I'm participating in my demise. So, there it is. We at the end, y'all. Yeah. We're gonna let the ladies say what they gotta say. Get us through this good weekend, because boy, oh boy, man, it's something. I don't know about y'all, but it's the feeling out here is changing. The feeling out here is changing. It's something. Well,
they released it. They said they literally tell us, like, they released the demon particle, whatever that means. It's a demon inside, and there's a particle, because they said we released the demon particle over here about sorry, China is by Illinois. That's where that thing was at. The Illinois place.
Man, I wanted to talk.
Illinois said they got a place over there, and they released the demon particle.
Shannon, I wanted us to talk about Shannon Sharp for a minute. We got a minute before we get out of here?
During that eclipse, the demon particle was released.
Any thoughts? Anything? Shannon in his situation, his debacle? Nah. Let's go.
It's a situation of that's how the devil do his people. He a horrible pimp because he will sell you out in a minute. So what he does, he sets it up to make it fall. Sets it up and make it.
That's how you got to see it. That's it. Keith, you know what? I'm glad you said that just like that, because that's exactly where it need to stay, right? That's all it's been. We have seen everybody when this new Puffy trial coming up. We are watching everybody that we thought was something. Man, every last one of them, you seeing all told. You like, what, him too? Him too?
It's a requirement. And they're a cult, and that stuff that they in, the Illuminati, Freemason, you have to do that, and then they have dirt on you. And then when they had a dirt on you, they can use it at will, but that's how they keep it.
Guys, maybe it's me. You know, I don't pay real close attention to a lot of stuff, but I never saw this on Puffy. I kind of used to say Puffy is a cool dude. I used to
what?
That's what I'm saying.
The stuff he got going on right now, I never heard of none of that stuff. I didn't.
Oh my God!
Since the Maze phase, he was never cool.
He was accused of doing people like Big Red from the Five Heartbeats, hanging them off the balcony by their feet. You never heard that?
I never heard stuff like that.
Ooh,
I think
Lord bless your soul.
like a.
You know what? When Puffy, before he became Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever, he used to go to Howard right here. And he used to be a backup dancer for a rapper here named Vinny D. Never heard of Vinny D. Puffy was one of his dancers. And he got fired as the dancer. Look up
because he kept saying, take that. Nobody want to take it.
But I never thought that he
dancing too close to me, dude. Better back up, bro. Why you keep dancing behind me?
all right. So this will be.
But I seen it. This is what you like. Wickedness has a now we know because in the narc you definitely know, but it has a dark presence. Like you can see it. It's a discernment, but you can see it. And they have it's like a cast that comes over them. But I've always seen that haughty, arrogant, just heavily perversion in him. Like he never. I don't even think I really heard anything from him that was like good music or anything. I think he was like always hiding behind people who had talent. Like I really like Maze was cool, and Puffy just kind of capitalized on that, and he capitalized on Biggie. You know, Biggie was cool, Puffy was, they'd be all right, but they get with somebody really gifted, swap destinies with them, and then they kind of rise up on their coattails.
Ain't that something? How they do that?
Yeah.
I mean, he is the one who still got money, but you know what? Let's
he made the contract with the devil.
Let's not look at it that way, because first of all, he didn't really have money. He's hiding behind the people who really hiding behind this big scandal, and they put money up to make him look like he really got money. The money that he's owed, now he is owed some money from that alcohol liquor label or whatever. They owe him some Ciroc. Yeah, them jokers owe him, like, I think he won a lawsuit of like over $1 billion from them.
He got paid a lot of money to destroy his melanated Americans. That's what he did. They get a few people in, like few, and they get them to promote this lifestyle.
Do y'all listen to this mumble rap and what's that other rap they call where they talk about how they do what stuff they doing to each other and at each other's graves and stuff like that? What is that called?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Man, it's great. So they doing the necromancy.
Music. We don't even really get music anymore. What do y'all know of any love songs? Can y'all put that in the chat real quick?
I stopped listening to their stuff when they had them rappers out there crying, because I really I love lyrics. I love the lyrical skill. MC Light, all of them. That's what I grew up on. That I love lyrics.
Right.
But the
I don't
stuff
care
they got
about
right
love
now,
songs. They lied to us. Keith Sweat begging. He lied to us. You're not supposed to stay with somebody doing you wrong. The love music lied to us. That's why everybody talking about hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. That's our favorite. Somebody, can I talk to you
the
women?
boy is mine. Okay, competing, that competition. They should have broke up with them. They competing, Brandy and Monica. All this stuff. Thinking it's okay to be with a cheater.
What about y'all? Remember with love songs? See, I'm old school. I remember when we actually had love songs. We had artists like Jeffrey Osborne, Phyllis Hyman, Nita Baker. She's still out there a little bit here and there. You know, LTD. I know that's old school, but you know, we had love songs. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Isley.
Sade.
Huh?
Forget Sade now.
The Elements, Earth, Wind, Fire.
Man, I used to love. I still love Sade. I still got a crush on Sade.
She a down to earth person too.
And she's still beautiful.
Man, it was just like, and I never got to see if she was supposed to come do one last concert or one last tour about 5 years, or maybe it might have been 10 years ago now. And they canceled. They had it set up and then they canceled it. And I was like, come on, Sade, man, just one more time. I miss Sade. All right, ladies. Y'all give them something. Take them on home. Let's take it home this weekend and make them feel it. Make them feel it. Give it to them, Keisha, in a way. Make them feel it.
Well, the whole thing was talking about these fraudulent narcissists. You have to be very careful even when seeking counseling and help and seeking ministerial help. Mm-hmm. I did get the message, and they were like, I don't even think that the ex and his wife are qualified to be a marriage counseling. And I'm sorry, it's such a crazy story that it really seemed like it should be a movie. Because how somebody gonna be a marriage counselor that just destroyed a marriage and they only been there for like 2 years or so. But people go because of the internet. Like, you got this real young girl and this old crazy looking dude counseling you about how y'all should be in the marriage, but the marriages keep breaking up. They're like, I don't even think they're licensed. No, they're patients. Like, but that's what we have out here. That's what we have out here with the pride. They're impersonators. But if their social media looks good, or their website looks good, or it may seem like it's some credentials or anything like that, you have to do your character check. You have to do your background check on people as far as like really seeing how their lifestyle is, seeing if there's anybody who may, have reviews or anything like that, or just do a Google search and see if they got felonies, at least do that part. And you have to have that discernment and really see if they're operating out of the fruit of the Holy Spirit, because these people are very deceptive. And we fell for the pride because there was something broken in us that they were able to see and they were able to manipulate. They seen the good qualities, but they needed those good qualities to smash down. So they picked on that wound, and then they tried to transform us into somebody that they had a role for that's beneath us. And all of it was fraud. Our role was fraud. Their role was fraud. Everything about it is deluded. And it's a cult. And so you have to start the first thing, if anybody is still with the narcissist, or they still have contact with the narcissist. If it's not absolutely low contact with the parenting, you have to get there with the low contact parenting app or whatever you have to do, because they will use any and every interaction against you to try to get you somehow with criminal charges. That's their goal. They want to destroy you. So you want to get very low contact or no contact, if it's possible, if you got an app. But if you don't have children with them, you have to go no contact. Mm-hmm. Their magnetic field is full of demons. So you can't even be cordial. There's no cordial. There's no being friends. There's none of that. You are with someone who is a destroyer that is out to destroy and rob you of everything that you have. And they do it with a smack. And then they get an accomplice and throw that accomplice in your face. So that's the end game for them. There's no love. Every time they tell you they love you, they thinking to themselves how much more this is about to hurt when they see what I'm about to do to them. Because they have jealousy and envy about everybody. They feel like everyone's goodness or for good fortunes or hard-earned stuff that they got from working, all of that should have been theirs, even though they didn't earn it. And they don't understand how that person get to do something different than them because their mind is, I don't even know if it's existing, but they are not in touch with reality. So we have to be careful of these fraudulent people in all areas, even if you're seeing a therapist that is in a clinic setting, even if it's your doctor, even if it's your lawyer, or even if it's, in your professor. You have to understand what characteristics are narcissistic, and you have to deal with them accordingly. Write emails if it's in a workplace, any conversation. Make sure you follow up per our conversation. This is this and that, because these people are out everywhere and they will throw you under the bus if they sense your light. Narcissists can see the light of somebody who has a good heart, or that's called it's the aura, and that's who they target. So I hope that was very informational. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yes.
That's all. No closing argument.
I was about to start. Finishing.
I don't know how to end it. Next.
Get to him, China.
Well, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. These people, like she said, they see our light. And they don't come into our lives to love us. They come into our lives selling us a dream. And that's what makes them a fraud. They sell you this life when really they just come into your life to compete with you with every aspect, your goodness, your career, whatever you do is a competition with these people, whether it's working out, losing weight, job, accolades. They want to be superior to you in every way. And that's the purpose of them coming into your life, because these people have very, very low self-esteem. And they feel like if they can make you feel like them, then they can be better than you. And that's their sole purpose, is to bring you down. That's why they throw digs at you. They downplay everything you do. If you cook a good meal, they know it's good, but they're not going to tell you that. They're going to say it could have been better. Your clothes, I hate your shoes, but I like these. They'll hate what you got on for that day, and then you can wear it another time and suddenly they like it. And that's the point, for them to come into your life and tear them down. I mean, to tear you down so that they can feel good about themselves. And they know it's not going to work. They just get a kick out of bringing you down, bringing you to their level, dimming your light. They get a real sadistic pleasure out of this. Like I said, some of them laugh in your face, some laugh behind your back. They give you that smirk. And that's how you know what their goal is. I'm starting to see this a lot, because people say things to me and then I don't give them a reaction, but then they laugh. And that's how you know it was intentional, because that's what they want to do, especially when you don't want to interact with them. When a narcissist see you, I don't care if you get into a relationship with them or not, or be friends with them or not. Once they see you, you're their target. It doesn't necessarily have to be where they want to get intimate with you. They want to break you down because they see in you what they don't have. And that's what they're out here doing now. So if you in a relationship with them, get out of it, because there's no benefit. We keep saying this over and over and over. It's only going to get worse. And that's why they try to destroy you in the end, because if they can't make you inferior to them, they're going to make sure you're not good for nobody else, not even yourself. And that's why they be so dramatic, and the discard is so unbelievable, because they want to make sure that you cannot bounce back for that. They don't want you to feel like you're anything, because if they can get you to feel like that, then they know they're better than you. So get out of that situation, because that's the goal. The whole goal is to tear you down so you can feel beneath them.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm sweating bullets over here. I'm over this camp like, whoa.
How you feeling?
That was so authentic. That was so real. Just, you know what, guys? The reason that I try to stay on a topic that's close every night, the reason that I stay on a topic that's really close and we revisit is because I ain't hit a lot of them, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it feel like trying to get over this mess, man. I know what it's like. I know what you thinking like every day. I'm better today. It ain't as bad today. You trying to convince yourself. I have been there. I know what it's like when you really try to do the right thing. And you were vulnerable, you gave of yourself, and you knew you was giving of yourself to the wrong thing. But because the commitment level that we have,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna still do the right thing. Or at least what I'm being told or think is the right thing. See, I'm here to help you see that ain't the right thing. See, the thing that I wish that I had was me telling me, man, you got to be crazy if you stand in this. It can't work, bro. It's not gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna work every single day until you get it. Because you ain't getting it. Because you still trying to figure out, but I'm gonna say this when they come back to me next time, and I'm gonna do that. And then the next time, watch, I got you this time. Listen. Every time you convince yourself that I need to talk to that thing, every time, if you talk yourself up to talking to it, you throwing yourself right back in that cesspool. You starting that freeze all over again. You have to detach every time you guys, and I'm saying this, even when you get over this person, I say a lot of things about, I say a lot of things about the ex-narc, about not talking to it and no communication, because there are so many trick bags out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gotta forgive and forget, and you gotta move.
Mm-hmm.
You can't move forward until you forgive. That's how the devil trick you right back into it. Next thing you know, y'all talking, y'all cool, y'all laughing, y'all have a drink, y'all right back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, them people had the opportunity to do the right thing at the right time. Y'all both were in the same place at the same time with the same responsibility. And somebody was there to take care of the responsibility, and somebody was in there running a game. Somebody was in there perpetrating fraud and committing fraud. Somebody was in there making sure you ain't gonna sleep well tonight, because I'm not gonna settle this conversation with you. You're not gonna sleep well tonight. You're not going to be able to go to work. You know how many people out here right now worrying about losing their job? And you trying to go to a job every day where you already under pressure. Because these fools they literally want a quart of blood at the job at this point. And you got to go in there and function. And you're trying to function with your mind in total disarray.
Yeah.
These people have no mercy on you. They don't care if you they want you to lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
You mess around and lose that job if you want to. Oh my gosh. You mess around and lose that job. If you think they gone out your life now, oh my God. If you put yourself in a situation with a narc and you have to depend on them for anything, you hear that? Anything. You have the right to remain silent, and everything that you need from them will be used against you in the court of that entanglement.
The court of narc.
Single day, everything, they gonna leave you broke down and busted. They want to see you destroyed, and they don't want you to let go of you until you are completely destroyed. Because the one thing about that trifling fool is they don't want to see you with I don't want you over here treating somebody else with love and respect with everything you was trying to do for me. Mm-hmm. And that person might mess around and respect it. No, we don't want that. No, we want to leave you somewhere where you're broken. And all you have is a sad story attached to a life that anybody can see a train has wrecked it. And that's exactly what they want to see you in. They want to see you in a state where you are ashamed. Y'all wondering why they go around making up these lies and telling these rumors about me? Because they want you to hide your face and hide your head in shame. They don't want you out here talking to people, communicating with people. No, that's not the game. The game is, hey, y'all, they ain't no good. No, oh my goodness. They this, they that, they did this. And listen, before they left out that entanglement, this is the game they put down way in advance. This game, they've been working on that part of the story the whole time they've been with you, because they know. Remember this part, ladies and gentlemen. They knew what they was going to do to you when they met you. Now, that's a hard thing to accept. I know it was for me. They knew what they were going to do when they met you. How did they know that? Because you were just like the person that was before you. You're going to try to love them. You're going to try to love them. You're going to try to save them. You're going to try to be their superhero. And that is the reason why the person after you going to get their skin tore off of them. Because the person after you actually believes the same way you did, actually believes that this person was really abused by you, that you were the problem. And all they have to do is show this narc love and affection and all of these things. The same lie that we thought. You thought. I know you thought it because I thought the same thing. I'm going to show you a love you ain't never felt before. You're not going to be able to resist this. Boy, oh boy, did I learn the hard way. Oh, yes, I can resist this.
Like, what letter do love start with?
And I'm saying, when you learn. And guys, I know it takes a long time. It does. It takes a long time to really learn what this is all about, because you spend most of your time confused. Like, well, what did they really want? What are they here for? What did they really want? What they really, really want is company. Misery loves company. Don't nobody want to walk with the bird that don't nobody like. Don't nobody want to be for no one can be friends with that person. They're not a friend to themselves. Everything around them is superficial. It's surface level. Everything. And every relationship that they have is a broken. The relationships with their children, with their parents, every relationship they have, it's insufficient. They don't have one great relationship with anyone because they are broken. Now, before you start feeling sorry for them, remember this. You're not going to change what that person wants inside. Just like they're not going to change what you want inside. You want that relationship to be fixed. They don't. I remember, because you can't forget when a narc tells you stuff like this. I remember the narc saying, this relationship ain't happy because I made it that way. So before you get to thinking you got anything to do with anything in here, if I wanted us to be happy, we would be happy. And a narc is going to make a bold statement like that because they had no good intentions. They don't have anything inside of them that snaps, that clicks and says, hey, hold up. This is a human being you're talking to. This is a good person you're dealing with, that you're destroying this bridge between y'all. They don't have anything inside of them to preserve things like that, to make them say, well, no, let me chill because I might need this person again. That's the crazy part about dealing with them, guys. Even though they need you, they still going to abuse you because that's who they are. Now, you can choose to take that long route. Like, again, I'm here trying to give you the shortcut, man. I know how it is. Sometimes, man, some things we got to learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
We do. Sometimes we got to learn this lesson the hard way.
Yes.
But I'm just here as often as I can be to give to you what I wish I would have heard. I wish somebody would have been just saying, looking me right in the camera saying, ain't no way it's going to work, champ. It cannot work. I know y'all married. At least that's what that paperwork say. But we both know it ain't nothing but a piece of paper in y'all house. Because it ain't got no respect around it. Ain't no love around it. There's no duty around it. And see, that's where you're going to find a narc is never going to come to the table serving duty. They're experts when it comes to being mischievous, when it comes to abusing and doing things to you that you can't stand. Anything that's painful to you, you're going to see they are absolute experts and they're going to give it to you in abundance. But when it comes to service and duty, when it comes to doing something good for somebody, you will come up wanting every single time. And I'm saying for somebody that doesn't know me and you find yourself with somebody that you know doesn't serve your best interest, and you lay down with them every single night, and you get up every day, you know the effort that you're putting into that. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. You and that person are here right now, and both of you have the same opportunity to make amends, to have a great relationship. And one of you, because they want to try to say it's two, it takes two to blah, blah. No, it don't. No, it doesn't take two to destroy something. That's a lie. You see how many lies have been planted in us?
Yeah.
They want to make you think you got something to do with it. The only thing that I'm going to ever take blame for is for knowing better. I knew better. I knew my mother raised me better than to be in some mess like that. And I was rebellious. So that's why I got that punishment for so long, because that's how rebellious I was. I was determined. I'm going to prove somebody. Not me, not mine. We going to make it. Yeah, okay. For all y'all to think y'all going to make it, you fighting for the devil. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like that. You fighting for the devil. You can take that devil to church. You can take that devil and put it in the pool, in the pulpit, in the pool in the back of the pulpit, and baptize it. Holy water on it. You can glue Bibles all over to that thing. I don't care what you do to that devil. That devil gonna find a way to be the snake that it is, and it's not going to ever. You hear me? It ain't ever gonna vibrate on a high level where both of y'all are talking and treating each other with respect and love and being in harmony. You ain't ever gonna have that. So those of you who sitting there waiting on it, you still waiting on it. Well, you heard it. You heard it. I said it. And if I'm wrong, come back in here and tell me. I ain't had nobody come back and tell me yet. So don't make me wait forever.
For the narc, yeah. Remember that cold-blooded. And they cold-blooded. They get lizard-like on you.
You can be waiting forever if you're waiting on that thing. So there y'all have it. Ladies, it's been real. It's been incredible. Let's enjoy the weekend. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. Because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keeping y'all up on point, man. We dealing with this world has collapsed. The world has collapsed. And we look at us, we worker bees, we still keeping it going. And we keeping it going and don't even know it. That's the crazy part.
If it's a blackout, we grilling. We gonna make it.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep saying, y'all, at the end, man, the end is we win. Yeah. We just don't see it. We just don't know it. That's all. But hey, y'all, we're going to get up out of here and we're going to leave you just like we came in here, like we do all the time, with nothing but love, peace, and soul.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
When you do keep blow the kiss. Soul Train.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all later. Thank you.
You're welcome.